Welcome once again to Breakfast Central. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, has reportedly lifted its visa ban imposed on Nigerian travelers after President Bola Tinubu met with UAE President Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in Abu Dhabi yesterday. According to the presidential spokesperson Ajuri Ngelale, Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines had to immediately resume flight schedules into and out of Nigeria without any further delay, adding that the immediate restoration of flight activity through these airlines and between the two countries does not involve any immediate payment by the Nigerian government.
Ajuri Ngelale said that following the lifting of the ban, things will be done differently to address some loopholes that caused the visa ban. Recall that since 2021, UAE and Nigeria have been engaging in a diplomatic role over issues involving flight allocations and travel bans, which prompted the UAE to ban airlines from airlifting Nigerian passengers into the Emirates from December 2021 and to October 2022. The UAE had, of course, imposed a visa ban on Nigeria. Now, that's the update we have on the story so far. Well, yesterday there was a lot of excitement. Social media was full of reactions with a number of people saying how, of course, they had missed going to the UAE. The UAE feels or felt like an extension of Lagos. For every time people wanted to go on holiday, the first point of call just felt like, UAE. Everybody wanted to go to Dubai for holidays. So when the ban was imposed, it was quite an uncomfortable time for a number of Nigerians, because for those who can't probably afford to go to Europe or to go to other parts, you can always just go to Dubai and have a good time. Because they will say to you that every trip to Dubai is a different experience. So the fact that you went this year and that you went last year doesn't mean that you wouldn't have as much fun if you go this year, because there's always something new, always something exciting. So
but
if this is confirmed, then it's
I have my own reservations, with Nigerians being excited to go to Dubai. I don't know if people of the UAE are excited to come to Nigeria.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't think they are. I mean, I don't think there's that much excitement, So
No.
I have my reservations with the whole idea of, Nigerians celebrating it. What is the UAE also missing out on if they continue to place the ban on Nigerians? I would argue not very much.
No.
There was also lack of clarity on why the ban was placed in the first place. It wasn't very, very clear. There's, of course, insinuations that it was because of the bad, characters of certain, people, but I don't think that's what it is, because I'm sure that there's people of other nationalities that are also doing pretty much the same thing. There's also the part where they said, Nigeria had issues with Emirates Airlines and
ability to repatriate their money.
Exactly, and so that's maybe it. But it wasn't also Nigeria alone that was banned from entry into the UAE in that time. So for me, I would say that there needs to be more clarity with the reasons the ban was placed in the first place and what exactly there is to celebrate, with the alleged lifting of the ban, because that is also in doubt. The United States or the United Arab Emirates did put out a statement yesterday on their meeting with Nigeria's president and made absolutely no mention of anything concerning lifting of the ban or visa ban to the UAE, from Nigeria to the UAE. Made absolutely no mention of anything concerning the Emirates Airlines or anything that has been mentioned here. So this for me is really just speculative. And I would also mention that the president's spokesperson, the head of media person Ajuri Ngelale, was on a television interview last night, and he was asked outrightly if the ban has been lifted, can Nigerians go to the UAE tomorrow morning, board a ticket, or buy a ticket rather than board a plane? And he couldn't answer the question. He went left and right, eventually didn't answer the question and said that what they've done is they've tried to, change the, ways with which Nigerians can be processed into the UAE, and how there's going to be, they're going to have to, fine-tune that process so that the best quality of Nigerians that get into the UAE and the ones that were causing a bad, but that's pretty much what he was saying. And of course, those who are causing Nigerians to have a bad name, maybe will be restricted from going into the UAE. But he himself, who put out the statement, couldn't say that, yes, the ban has been lifted and, Nigerians can now, go to the UAE. So I would say that this is, for me, not 100%, factual the way that it has been stated.
Well, why I may disagree with you on that is because I think being able to make such allegations, whilst I know that sometimes you can't trust the government, but being able to make such a statement very boldly, especially using the presidential handle, the president, I mean, I'm going to read out the tweet that official BAT, that's Bola Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, put out regarding this. I would say that they saw the tweet, they saw the claims, they saw the jubilation on social media. When Nigerians want to make noise, they go all out. I would think that if the UAE hasn't agreed to lift the ban, then they would have put out a counter statement to say, oh yes, we've agreed on this. However, we have not agreed to the lifting of the ban, so and so and so. Seeing as the UAE has not yet put out a disclaimer of some sort, I would say that it still holds. But let me just quickly read what the official handle of the president says. It says, I'm just going to skip and jump to some parts that says, the immediate lifting of the visa ban placed on Nigerian travelers by the UAE, resumption of flight schedules into and out of Nigeria by Etihad Airlines and Emirates Airlines without any immediate payment required from the Nigerian government, an agreed framework for new investments worth several billions of US dollars into the Nigerian economy by the UAE government, covering multiple sectors, including defense and agriculture, a joint new foreign exchange liquidity program between Nigeria and the UAE, details of which will be announced in the coming weeks, and finally, a commitment to normalize and enhance the relations between the two countries, fostered by the collaboration between myself, of course, that's been the president, and UAE President Mohamed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. So,
is the UAE handle mentioned?
Yes,
or
he
tagged
did.
there?
Yes, he tagged His Highness the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. That's of course the president of the UAE. He did tag him. So that's why I feel like if they weren't quite in support of that, they would have put a counterclaim or a disclaimer of some sort.
Once again, I think it's not a factual statement.
But
I think that they had those discussions. I think that, you know, in the UAE, they probably said, okay, it's something that we'll look into, and it's something that we probably would consider, you know, let's, you know, continue talking. You know, but the Nigerian government put out a statement, you know, with these claims instead. I don't think so. And once again, the statement by the UAE and, you know, concerning the meeting with Nigeria's president made absolutely no mention of anything like that. And I could also share that, you know, so, you know, we're clear here with our viewers. It says, I'm going to read from the website, 11th of September 2023, President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan today met with Bola Tinubu, Nigeria's president. I'll skip a couple of parts. During the meeting which took place in Abu Dhabi, His Highness renewed congratulations to President Tinubu on his, of course, on the elections. His Highness expressed hope that the two leaders will work together to reinforce ties between the UAE and Nigeria for the benefit of both countries. The UAE President and Nigerian President explored opportunities for further bilateral collaboration in areas that serve both countries' sustainable economic growth, including development, energy, and climate, you know, action fields. Also discussed the upcoming COP28 climate conference set to take place in the UAE later this year. It says nothing about, you know, lifting of a visa ban. It also put out, you know, a statement, and this is also from the UAE president receives Nigerian president, both sides, and it says here, explored opportunities for further bilateral collaboration between both countries, exchange views on a number of regional and international development of interest, stressed vital importance of international cooperation to tackle global issues, and of course discussed COP28 once again. Says nothing about lifting of a visa, a ban, says nothing about Emirates or Etihad Airlines. It's not the Nigerian government that should announce the lifting of a visa ban.
That they didn't put.
It is the UAE's government that should announce it. You know, and once again, it wasn't just Nigeria that was placed under ban. It was Nigeria and a couple of other countries, African countries inclusive.
So it's the
UAE government.
No,
but once again, it's not us. It's not Ajuri Ngelale that should announce the lifting of a ban. It is the UAE's government. And then, of course, they can, you know, collaborate with that announcement. But it is
that's
what
that
it
for
is.
that. But speaking about the excitement, of course, I would understand why Nigerians are excited. Sometimes you want time away from the country. And I used to be one of the people who would say, oh, rather than going to spend your money outside Nigeria, you should go to the east, go to the north, go to the south. Well, anybody should go to wherever they want to and go and spend their money wherever they want to. It's really tough here. I mean, we're going to be talking about insecurity in Anambra State, right? Yeah. Whilst a number of people will say to you that they're nervous, they're scared, they want to be able to have fun, but not worry about being kidnapped or, you know, having to encounter bandits. So these are the scary realities of what we have on ground. That's not to say that people shouldn't explore Nigeria, but of course within safe parameters. So yes, I'm excited about the Dubai trip, and hopefully, you know, New Central can sponsor us to go to Dubai and present the morning show.
I'm not
Dubai.
the ones getting personally and excited.
I am.
I have family in Dubai. Don't get me wrong. I have
do.
family in Dubai, so it's not, you know, like I have, you know, particular bias. I'm just saying, like, if you look at both countries and what we tend to gain. Is anybody excited about coming to Nigeria? Like, why do we leave?
But are you excited about going to the UK, for example?
So personally, yeah, I can say, okay, I would like to travel, no doubt. So, my question is, this is my question. Okay, is anybody excited to come to Nigeria?
We're not. Well, some people are.
All right.
Those that have love interest in
Let's
Nigeria,
go tomorrow.
especially.